Well, welcome back for the third and final part of our interview with Uduk co-leaders Leazor and Christine Dima. In the last session, we talked a bit about the needs you all identified in the camps and some of the ways you're working. Tell us a little bit about what Uduk has been able to accomplish over the last couple of years.
Yes, thanks, Emily. That's a great question. So one success story that comes to mind is from the Uduk team in Sore refugee camp, which is one of the camps in Ethiopia. The team there, they were able to open a grain warehouse as one of their small business ventures. And this came in the midst of delayed food shipments by the United Nations in that camp. So there was a lot of food insecurity. And so they saw that as an opportunity to purchase grain from elsewhere outside the camp and set up a warehouse to distribute to individuals, to families, and to schools. And so that was a huge success, and they were able to provide grain for many different people. So we were excited to see them take this idea of developing a small venture into their own hands and provide for their community in that way. Another success is that we've been able to provide scholarships for 5 students in Ethiopia, and we were hoping to continue that this year. But due to COVID-19, we are going to put a pause on that for some time, but we're excited to continue in the space of providing scholarships for students.
Our Christmas celebrations, which is a really, really big part of the communities in the refugee camps, have brought in thousands of new people to the church. And some of those new people are Muslims who are from different groups of people who are going through the same needs as any other population in the refugee camps. So they come and enjoy the food and festivities with the church and churchgoers. So in the past 5 years, we've seen a really high increase of church attenders from different groups of people, just because they have something to look forward to throughout different parts of the year, like Easter and Christmas. Another really important success is that members of our team now have access to parts of the refugee camps and different groups of people that they usually would not have had before. They're recognized by the organizations that work with them there locally through the United Nations, Samaritan's Purse, the Danish Refugee Council. They all know who our people are, and when they need to go do a needs assessment in a new community, people say, hey, this is the Uduk team. And that's great for them, because if we were to send another team in the future from here, it makes things that much more easy, and it makes things more manageable for us as well. So there are a lot of big successes and a lot of small successes as well.
Yeah, we love hearing about the great work going on there, obviously. So do you focus primarily on the Kwanimpa people in the camps, or do you work more broadly?
When the organization was founded by my parents, Runtus and Sally Daniel, the hope was to help Kwanimpa people. And then when we went to do the research that Christine designed, we found out that organizations working with refugees follow a code of impartiality. That means that any organization that comes from the outside, like Uduk, again, the Danish Refugee Council, any other organization that comes in and tries to do work in the refugee camp has to abide by that law. And basically what it says and what it means is that you have to provide all services to all people. You can't just choose a village or your kin or one community and say this work is for this community. If you do that, they will not allow you to partner with them, and they will not allow you to work there. So when we went to do the needs assessment research, we learned a lot from that, and we were able to design Uduk in such a way that the beneficiaries of our services are not just the Uduk or Kwanimpa people, it's everybody else that lives around them.
Yeah, and I'll just add, like you were saying, as part of the research, we wanted to see who else was there. We knew from our personal connections about the Uduk people, the Kwanimpa and the camps, and we knew, from other families in Rochester or in the United States who have families there about different needs. But it was in going there that we were able to see what other groups were there, coming and going. Refugee camps are places that are constantly in flux, so we knew that other groups were there, but to actually be able to talk to other groups and also to organizations there about their demographics and statistics, that was very helpful to make sure our services were serving everyone, since while we were here, we only could see the groups that we knew about.
And some of these different groups include Maban people. Doro Camp is in the region of Maban County. So there's a lot of Maban people that live there. There's Congolese people, people from Congo. There's some Ethiopians, locals, because it's the country of Ethiopia. So it's a great mix of people in the Ethiopian camps and in the South Sudan camps as well.
So if you can just clarify a little bit for people, is Uduk a registered not-for-profit in the US or New York State? How does that work?
Yes, so we're a registered 501c3, and my parents worked with Pastor Brian to get the documentations sorted in 2013 when it became a legal entity. So that means that any donations are tax deductible through the IRS 501c3 code.
Yeah, and I would just add for those who aren't familiar that Pastor and Reverend Brian Babcock has been helping with Uduk and has been involved from the very beginning, and was also a partner through his organization, the Rochester Connection. So we've been very thankful for that connection, and to also have him as a great resource and partner in Uduk.
So you mentioned partners. Are there other Kwanimpa organizations or groups that you're working with on your mission?
So here in the States, there's a Kwanimpa organization called the Blue Nile Community Association. And basically the people who make up that group are the Kwanimpa families in whichever states they're in. There's some in Arizona, there's some in Texas. There's the second largest population is here in Rochester, New York. There's some in Michigan. So wherever there's Kwanimpa families, Blue Nile Community Association holds weekly phone conferences to try to determine how they can be united together in solving some of the challenges that people are facing over there in the camps, but also here in the US. In terms of working together with our mission, the answer is no. They have their own mission and vision, and their own organization, but we do use the knowledge of their leaders to help improve upon what we do as an organization.
Great. So if you can just tell people where they can go to find information about the rest of Uduk Hope leadership and the team that's here in the US.
Yes, so our newly designed website has information ranging from what is Uduk Hope, what are our programs, and one of the pages has a list with pictures of the board of directors. On there, you can sign up to receive more information. You can see where our boards are geographically located as well. And if you're interested in being a financial supporter of Uduk Hope, you can do that through our website, or you can email us at udukhope@gmail.com with information saying that you want to give via check, and we can provide you with that information. But all other donations can be made online, and most people do the online donations.
And just so everyone is aware, donations are tax deductible, so we do want to make sure that that is known. And the website is also a great place to stay updated, to see what's going on monthly. Through Uduk, we shared some success stories today, but as others come up, that's a great place to stay updated. You can become part of our newsletter there as well. And for those who are interested in supporting financially, but let's say you're particularly interested in an area such as the school feeding program or some of the small businesses, on the website we have it broken out into different categories, so you can really get involved in the ways that you feel most drawn to. And so you can send us an email or look through the website and just let us know if you have any questions. But we are really happy that we're able to share through this video and speak more today about something that's really important to our hearts. So thank you for this opportunity.
Well, thank you both for answering so many questions about the organization. If you do want to visit the website, it's uduk.com. We're very excited that all of you have taken the time to join us for this 3-part interview, and we look forward to speaking with you soon. Thanks a lot.